potions?
Yeah, 30 into potent potions, and then alchemical mastery.
Yeah. Because you can't multi-craft cauldrons.
Correct.
Sedge.
And then the rest into okay. And then so I gotta get 50 into this? Jesus.
And then you got to start doing. Then you got to start doing the sub nodes because all those are ingredients.
Okay, you don't have to max them out to get under 800. All you need to do is make it so your cauldron cost is under 800 concentration.
Okay.
And once you get 20 in alchemical mastery, you can actually make the material like the horticultures, which will be reduce the cost down even more.
And if you're doing potion cauldrons, you need to learn the tempered potion thing.
Okay.
All right, everyone stop streaming. Except for me.
Everyone needs.
Yes, chef.
Thank you.
Yes, chef.
All right.
You could have just asked me.
No, Brandon was streaming too.
Oh, was he?
Yeah. And then Zaduba was at one point.
All right. Okay.
It's not a bad thing. That's why I said everyone.
I just didn't want to.
All right. Should we start? Should we give people a couple minutes?
Is
someone going to do attendance?
I'll take a
screen.
screen.
Do roll call, geez.
Aaron?
We got 39 people in here.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
All right, Google band.
Kyle's not here because he's sleeping. Merlin made it. He said he was going to be late, but he made it. Yeah, fucking Boomkins knows he's going to be on the bench, so took a nap. Unlucky.
Are we gonna...
Hey, yo.
Hey. Not going to be in there anyway.
Are we going to see a live pineapple showing from Matt?
It won't. It's not going to save my... I did it on my other browser. It's not
What psychopath has their freaking bar at the top?
I was going to say
that. I know.
Guys, I lived with him for 2 years and I'm still alive. It's fine.
Guys, top or left is best. You just don't know what you're missing.
I can't play it on this browser. It lags on Chrome for me.
You more of a Firefox kind of guy?
All right. No, I only use Chrome, but it plays at here. I'll show you. It plays at 1 FPS. So I had to go and run it on fucking.
To turn on the hardware acceleration.
Yeah, for some reason Chrome is the only one that worked for me.
Look at this shit.
It has a message about it.
Dude, that's mythic difficulty.
Hardware acceleration.
Mythic, yeah.
You just gotta play at 2 frames.
No, you're just reenacting like old
2004
vanilla WoW.
Whatever, I don't care. I've already
where
played
you're
it.
running on your 900 megahertz processor. So everything like Molten Core was a nice solid 4 frames per minute.
It's great.
I'm gonna have the Pineapples fucking music playing in the
Hell
background
yeah.
all the time.
It's good music. It reminded me, give me Pokemon vibes, to be honest.
It is actually pretty good.
Dude, the second boss music fucking slapped. It's like Doom.
All right, let's get this underway. Fraser and I wanted to host this little thing to just go over what we talked about. We decided to not make a super long doc this year because we figured no one looked at it anyway. So we're just going to rip off what everyone else did. I'm going to give super basic overviews of what I view for everything in terms of how I would call mechanics, maybe how Fraser would refer to mechanics, maybe he'll call them by their nice big names. But just give everyone a very, very simple understanding of every fight. Every fight, from my experience, until the last boss, and the second last boss seems fun, but they were all relatively simple and nothing seemed too out of whack. But we should be able to, tuning aside, blow through mechanically. So expecting big things. So if you guys have questions, Frilly will answer them because she had a huge write-up for everything. So yeah, we'll just go over one at a time. I guess I can show visuals as I go if I really want to. Okay. So you guys probably might have already done this. Maybe you haven't. We won't go over the last boss. There's a raid plan for every boss as well. That will just... Fraser made his own to clear it up a little bit. There's also ones from... I'm blanking on the name. Guild we copy everything from, Consequence. So it's pretty simple. So this entire fight is, you can do it one of two ways. You can either keep the boss in the middle and you keep a nice line, or you can keep the boss on the outside and then keep a line to the middle. The reason is there'll be a pull or push mechanic. I can't remember which. Must be a push mechanic, right?
Pull.
It's a pull? Oh, okay.
Definitely pull.
and you have to play everything around that. So it's giga simple. You'll drop spider webs, okay? Tank mechanic, no one cares. And then you get green circles, and green circles just clear the poop on the ground. So you kind of just got to keep a line from the boss towards the middle, or from the middle to the edge, whichever way we do it. I kind of like the edge play. I don't know. But yeah, these will randomly spawn. Don't stand in them. You'll get stunned. Clear them with your green lines. And when the boss hits 0 enter. Oh, soak the big circle. Yeah. Very simple. And then there's a pull off the big circle. The more people you have in it, the less you'll get pulled. That's it. That's the entirety of the fight. I think there's an intermission, but
more like gate?
well, you'll use a gate. I doubt you'll be able to gate every one. I'm not sure on the timers on it of how many pulls there are before intermission, but
you should be able to gate every one.
Every other one probably. Or there's only one per phase. There's gotta be more than one per phase. No.
No, because then he goes down. So the next one would be in.
Oh, there could be 2 before he goes down. So what I say. Maybe not. Maybe you're right.
Maybe.
Yeah. Anyway, ads will spawn. Just follow them around. The tanks will do their stuff. They'll play the entire phase for us. The main thing in this part is there's a Sarkareth portal shooting thing that at least has a better visual. It's 2 portals on either side, and there'll be this nice glowing. If you stand in this, you die. It's much better than Sarkareth, because Sarkareth had red lines, and you had to figure out which one was your red lines. This one's nice and simple. Just don't stand in it. Tanks will pick up these mobs and will bring them to the boss. And Frazier, I'm pretty sure the boss spawns the opposite side from where the ads are. Is that right?
Correct, yeah.
So ads will spawn here. This goes across. We rotate to the other side. That's it. That's the whole fight. Oh, yeah, you got to feed the boss. These will drop food. You pick them up. You feed the boss.
Yeah. Reminds me of the Zakul tentacles.
Yeah.
That always went across.
Yeah, so these should be killed near the boss, so that melee and range can literally pick up an extra action button it. We won't play it, so you have to run across the room to feed the boss.
Yeah,
because that just doesn't make sense.
99% DR, so
yeah,
spam
yeah. And normal will probably nuke ads and be AFK here. Heroic, who knows? But yeah, you just run it back, and then we just repeat P1. That's it. Questions? Comments? Concerns?
So for the food delivery, you have to be like right next to the boss, you said, right?
No, you can pick it up wherever. Like if we kill up ads in Narnia, you pick it up and run it there. Like just imagine you're
I'm saying like you deliver.
Oh yeah, you can't huck it across the platform.
It's
Yeah.
kind of like the Dawnbreaker boss.
Alright, yeah, this makes sense.
Let's see if he's not gonna make it in time. Will this change? No, I don't know. They didn't change. Hopefully they update it so it looks like it.
I'm pretty sure it like grays out and it turns red when you can use it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not going to be like a pineapple game where let you throw it from across it.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say, because that made that shit so easy.
The Dawnbreaker boss, when you do the same thing, it's pretty much that mechanic.
Okay,
Do you think there's any play maybe in Mythic to need to be using the webs to stop you on the pull off?
I don't know what the webs even.
They put you in a cocoon that you have to get burrowed. Like
yeah, probably not. If it's a hard CC, definitely not. It just says rootsy though.
That's what the Warlock Gate for. So if you get pulled too hard,
yeah, I don't think so.
I was hearing some rumblings about using immunities to do it, and then have them get stuck in the cocoon.
Well, you can get rid of the spider webs, and DKs can AM whatever the fucking
AMS, yeah.
circle's called, yeah.
On Mythic, on normal and heroic, it's a root. If you get webbed, on Mythic, it's a stun. Like you get webbed, and you have to get broken out. So
okay.
You never want to get webbed. Yeah.
Maybe Freedom will be good there, and Paladins will get to see play. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that's probably. Then he'll also, if you don't soak with at least 6, he'll go like enraged and kill everybody instantly.
Alrighty.
So you probably something.
Second boss, Volcross. Okay. Stand in the middle. Split your raids to 2 sides. Very simple. DPS the boss. Every boss is LMP. Every single one. One side will go down. So pretty much the boss does a nice big frontal cone. Oops. Right here. Okay. And the tank aims this. Right? The tank, you have to be in this cone. You'll go down into the Shadow Realm. There'll be ads. You kill the ads. Then when you're done killing the ads, supposedly there's nothing you have to do to come back up. You just come back up. There was no like extra action button from what I heard or anything. Kill the ads down below, come back up, and then the next one, the next group goes down. You get a debuff. You can't go down twice, right? Pretty simple. This entire fight is all down to the tanks and knowing how to spawn a beam. So the beam, and Frilly wrote this up for our tanks, is planning this beam. So if you, this is if the group ran down, the beam always goes counterclockwise, always. So if you spawn the beam here and there's ads here, then you fucked them, right? These are the ads, these little purple dots. All of a sudden your melee can't hit them. Ranger's trying to kill them back. So a good beam placement would be to spawn it ahead of the group. So then you could kill the ads and just walk with the beam across. Super duper simple. And I believe the boss takes full damage even when you're downstairs.
Correct.
So once you're down there, you can just do stuff. Yeah, that's it. Don't get hit by dumb things. Any other questions on this one? Super simple. Just stay with your group. The tank will control the entirety of the fight. Don't get caught on the wrong side of the beam.
How does the beam target?
Targets a tank. It's the boss targets a tank and it's off his shoulders, like Rashok. Remember the puddles on Rashok?
But like way more definitive, like it always comes from his arms.
Yeah.
The exact same way.
Yeah, so this tank has to stand here, right? For the beam to start in a good spot and not here.
Yeah.
That'll give you more time. And it always goes counterclockwise. So, yeah. That's it. Whole tank fight.
It's also got the giant circle that you have to run away from, right?
Big run out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right. The boss does a big circle like the what's the dungeon where you have to get off the boat? Like that. You just jump to the side platform, then you jump back. That's it, I think. Don't even remember what it's called.
You might in Mythic have to do some like similar to like N'Zoth, but it doesn't look like it's only 6-yard range. It doesn't stay around, so you just have to spread out in Mythic.
Yeah. Don't worry too much about Mythic right now.
Yeah,
Let's
they're
just
it's
will be easy one, I think.
It's kind of like they're the size of the Taros Mythic mechanic, except it's not gonna like it just naturally explodes on you.
It does like 2 million per person, so like it doesn't even hit that hard.
I will say you just have to be like don't spread out too far for that part on Mythic, because the tank frontal that you need to take comes out immediately after those go off. There's a little bit of overlap there.
Don't stand too close to what, sir?
When the Mythic mechanic comes out.
Oh, Mythic mechanic.
Spread.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, you'll just want to
tank frontal comes off at the same time.
Position near your tank.
Gotcha.
With the frontal beam.
All right, next boss. This whole box is about making squares. Squares, squares, squares. Okay. So this boss has a mechanic where 4 people will be targeted with a red arrow, just like experiments, where you would dash to 3 people. This time he dashes to 4 people. And when he does dash to 4 people, he puts a shade on the ground. Hopefully it gives us a nice demonstration right here. All right. Shades. Exactly where you were standing. Very simple. Don't know how hard this hits. Probably may want to DR it, may not. Who knows? After the shades mechanic comes out, there's now a line mechanic. Right? I assume it comes from boss to you. Same as...
Correct.
Like Sark. It's like those Sark lines.
Sark ones? Yeah, that's a good one. I don't know if it goes past you or not. I assume it does. We'll see right here, I think.
I believe
it does, yeah.
Yep, sure does. Goes past them. So it's more like, what's the... Nope, not what I'm thinking of, but that does work.
Lines with the fucking rocks.
The trap boss that everyone hates. Z-Skarn. That's what I was thinking of. But straight lines. So your whole job is to pop all these shades. If you did this on Pineapple Game, very simple. You should give it a try if you haven't. The whole thing is you can't cross lines. If you double cross lines, you die. Okay, simple. You'll stand in front, you break it, they spawn poop. Like so. Bang.
I wonder, my thought for this is there might be like a mark system and you kind of do it like Huntsman where you just have like a general set. Like for middle, left, right or something.
So you could technically, theoretically line them all up, although you'd be too close to the middle. But you only need 2 people to break, and then 2 people wouldn't even need to hit them, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Or you could do 3 and 1. So having, I don't know even how many people get the lines. It must depend how many maybe are in your raid. Was it 3? 3 people to break 4? Okay, yeah. So 2 of them will break, and then 1 person just can AFK. But whatever you do, don't overlap lines because it's a one shot. I learned that in the Pineapple game.
Yeah, on Mythic the cast sequence is different, so you'll have to destroy 8 at one time. But it looked like if you missed one, people were living the AoE. So
Run out of circle over 50% damage taken to buff.
They blow up. Does damage,
And
so that's why
combo.
you just don't have them all
Book
blow
is shattering sweep.
by the boss.
Yeah, on beta, you had groups that were clearing like all of them on the first wave and popping 3 healing CDs, and you had other groups that were clearing them like 3, 3, and 3.
Oh, for Mythic? Yeah.
There's a couple of heroic locks that did that
My
too,
guess
actually,
is
'cause
it'll be the same as
they were
every
really
tier where
spiky.
you front hold. Yeah, when you have CDs, you're going to front load it, right? And then hold when you don't.
People were treating it like Denathrius cleaves.
Oh, interesting.
It's like you do a big cleave and then a small one and then a big one and then a small one.
Big damage here. Healers will heal you. Don't run out of the circle. Same as experiments. Bang. Pop a DR. Questions? That's it. That's the whole fight. These don't go away ever. I don't know about every difficulty, but from what I've been told, they don't go away ever. So once we're out of space, we're out of space. It's going to be real sad. I'm sure our DPS will be fine, but just keep that in mind. We kind of got to use our space well like we did on Smolderon. That's a yikes from us.
Yep.
Well, at least this one, it's like deterministic.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, well, a little more deterministic.
A little more. Yeah, it's kind of deterministic from Smolderon, but yeah. Any questions on this one? This one's pretty simple, I think. Not much needs to go in. All right, next boss. This boss has the heroic mechanic. I don't know what fight it, or the dungeon mechanic. I don't know what fight it is, but you get a green line and it goes to the outside.
the Dawnbreaker dungeon.
Also
I believe.
Dawnbreaker.
There you go, Dawnbreaker. This one right here, okay? Yeah, this will be a really way for us to know you have no idea what's going on really fast if you get this mechanic and fuck it up. So when you get this mechanic and it comes out, the side that has more green on it is where the wave is going. Yeah, very simple. Don't put the raid in it, right? If your guy's inting and standing on this side, that's fine, but it's very simple. Don't run the wrong way. Keep your head on a swivel. These puddles will spawn on players, big white ones and green ones. Okay. Small green ones spawn ads, yeah? So what are we going to do? We're going to group them up and we're going to nuke them down.
Amen.
Just CC them. Oh, they do target someone and fixate, and then they like eat your ass or something, and then they give you a dot, it looks like.
Yeah.
Just take
the
damage. So
recommendation is like when you spawn your own ad, if you can some sort of stun it or CC and interrupt its bite cast.
yeah.
Then just collapse into the middle for the tank.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking we'll just spawn them like in the middle, right? Like we just, I don't know how many we'll get, but we'll spawn them here.
Around the
raid
packed up in front of the boss.
Yeah, like in between range and melee, and then just drop
Somewhere
fucking cap and
the
stuff.
first boss would be probably a decent idea.
Yeah. White circles just get out, yeah? Don't stand in melee. I can't remember what else happens on this side.
massive like A-bomb limb CC order kind of.
I don't think they look pretty squishy, so you'll probably nuke them down fast enough to where it won't matter. Probably like a cap into a knockout.
They only do the bite fixate cast once, and then they can be aggro.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. So just one CC and then you're done.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's why it's kind of like stun your own and fuck off. But
Gotcha.
Push back war.
Oops. Oh, stop getting my money with ads.
Wow.
Okay. Do DPS the boss. We have to rotate at some point, right? And the boss hits 100 energy.
He flies away at some point.
Yeah, so eventually the boss phases. Yeah, these ads just look like they get fucking nuked.
Yep.
Where's my cheat sheet? This will give us a better explanation of, or my.
He flies away all the time. You just have to follow him across the room.
Yeah, you just follow him
hit
across
once
the room.
And then he has a suck off mechanic, just like the first boss, where everyone has to get in the suck off mechanic. If you're not, he'll suck off the people that did it correctly, and the people that failed will live and get laughed at.
Oh, there'll be an extra line on. There'll be an extra line on Mythic. So don't be bad. Yeah, so stand in the circle, yeah, don't get sucked off. Same as, what, the eye, right? Was that the mechanic, right?
Yep.
Or the boss. Boss jumps the other side of the platform, right? He has to be kicked. Run after him. Group soak immediately after. We'll drop movement.
Yeah.
Scoot,
If
scoot,
you're
scoot, 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 scoot.
If you're a super fast class and get there
Do not
instantly,
do
don't
not
kick him right
yeah,
away.
don't kick.
'cause
We'll
he
just
starts his cast sequence right away. So
yeah, we'll just have tanks kick probably, right? So no one else can have worry about their kicks. You just walk. Then we'll plant on a mark. I'll probably just place a marker, a ping, pull. Bang. This is where he can go. So they want webs on the outside, right? Not where you're going to be walking. Pretty simple. Don't put them in the middle. Questions? So white circles, edges, green circles. What's not a circle, but what's where you overlap everything? What's that called?
Venn diagram.
Yeah, Venn diagram. 1 CC. I guess knockups are going to be super strong. Don't know how often they come up. Maybe thunderstorms are really good. We could cap as well. And then chase the boss around. Oh, stand in big
boss
circle.
Location fixed or is just random? Like
I-
you could go any of those
it's RNG every time he moves.
every single time. So you could go top
Yeah.
left, bottom right, top right, bottom left.
Yep.
Yeah. Which then means there should be a pretty lenient timer, right?
Yeah,
Like, do you think he goes here to here? Probably not, right? It's probably not possible. That'd be
in
really
testing,
nice. but-
He would go from like the very bottom right hand corner to the top left hand corner. He could go wherever. You have plenty of time to get wherever you need.
Yeah, as long as you have time, you'll be fine.
And do you know if he's DR'd in between the kick, or is it just wait your CDs till?
Ooh, good
they got it?
question.
Yes, he's DR'd while casting. It's the same as he has the same mechanic in the dungeon. He's the last
Okay.
boss of the Dawnbreaker.
Yeah,
so-
yeah.
Oh yeah, this guy starts at 60%, right? So
Yeah.
dev evokers, even though there's not any of them, would be really sad. All right. Any other questions? Good. Brood Twister, the worst boss in here. Oh my god. So this fight is all managed by egg breaking. Like, what boss is it?
Brood Mother.
Brood Mother.
Thank you, Brood Mother. So each platform does something different. Each platform has a different amount of eggs that spawn different creatures. So there is... This is the picture where, well, we'll theoretically follow for now. Who knows if we'll actually follow it come the day we're in there, but there's tank spiders. These are the simplest. They get tanked. They probably do tank damage. Don't know. Our tanks will do great and tank them. These motherfuckers here are caster ads. You gotta interrupt and you gotta kill them. That's it. Don't let them cast. You played the pineapple game, you've seen them. Last one is a fixate ad. It fixates a target and fucks them up. So you gotta kill it, right? Gotta kite it through where you're going.
So, well, the fixate ad does the thing where if it catches their target, it
It
infests them,
duplicates.
and then will duplicate. So it's not that you'll die if you don't run away from it. It's you fuck the raid if you don't run away from it. So you have to stop what you're doing and not get caught.
Do we know if it can get like CC'd,
It
pulled
can.
back,
Yeah.
blown back?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not CC immune. So you'll want slows on it for sure. The big thing you'll see if you watched any videos for this is lots of tar traps coming out. Bang. This is a good example, right? Here. So a bunch spawn out of the egg. It's not one. And they get stunned, hunter trapped, and nuked down. Okay. Very simple.
So they hit that pretty quick.
And they
But
target
yeah,
melee.
these will be the... Yeah, I think so.
So
Yep.
melee gotta be careful with jumping
Yeah,
right in.
I don't think they can target tanks. I'm not sure about healers. But they might be able to target healers as well. These are pretty much your top prio because they have to be CC'd and died, right? You don't, because the worst thing is you don't CC them and then you have 6 ads going in all different directions, and now you have a problem, right? Caster ads will just be range interrupt until then. Tank ads, from what I understand, are pretty much irrelevant, and you just like leave them down. So those are great. In terms of how they look on the ground, lots of eggs, little spiders, big egg, tank spider, tall skinny egg, caster spider. Or not spider, but whatever it is. The tall, lanky one.
Worm.
This
What's
guy.
the
Worm.
Spider. Oh, it's a spider.
Fucking noodle.
They're
dude.
craps for me.
They would be.
Each
First time you have crabs.
Each platform. So we don't know which order this will be. It says first, second, third for like which platform you start with. That's why the picture we had showed which eggs case you're breaking.
I think you pick.
You can pick. I'm just saying that we thought the meta would be on Kurog one way, and it was completely not that way when we got there. So
I think you will do the one that's labeled third last because it has the most of the little fixate.
yeah, you probably want to be away from that. The main thing I noticed on the pineapple game, I don't know if this translates to in the game or not, someone can correct me if I'm wrong, is that if you miss an egg, you're like kind of fucked.
If you don't get one before it gets touched by the blue, you're gonna wipe.
Obviously,
Yeah, so
where you just
Is it best to just go inside out? Like just get the closest eggs.
I guess that would matter,
that's
yeah,
why that map-
if you're on the
that's why
last
that map has
platform.
the inner groups circled.
This one.
Yeah, so the poop starts coming from the outside of the room, not the middle of the room.
Comes
So,
here and
yeah,
grows
that's
this
why
way?
You clear, yeah, that's why you clear those first, is because there's like basically like big canisters that the boss goes to the edge of the room and sucks, and then the blood starts coming out from there.
Yeah. So you can't miss. And the way you hit an egg is you get a debuff, I think.
Yeah, I think it's like a purple.
Is
little
it purple?
debuff
Yeah, I
here.
wasn't sure what
Whatever
color
top
it
of
was. Is it gonna show us? I probably missed it, right? Yeah, this one right here.
Yeah.
Yep. Little purple circle. So what sucks about this mechanic, unlike what was that, the second last boss before Sarkarath?
Nelf.
No, not Nelf. Broodkeeper, sorry, before Razagath.
Oh.
You were right though, I said Sarkarath. Broodkeeper is that we cannot select who gets the circles. So everyone now has to memorize the map because it wasn't fair to have
Nelf.
4 people. No, Nelf doesn't. Nelf is breaking walls. I'm talking about breaking eggs.
No, like P3, you have to memorize spots and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I guess there was a map,
What I was
but
coordinating with.
that which probably means Karm's weak aura will eventually come into play to tell you what the fuck to break.
Hell
but
yeah.
we're not gonna hopefully worry about that too much. I'm gonna hope we all have 2 monitors, and
It's not like basically you just
Yeah.
want to break the ones that are closest to the
Yeah,
poop. You
it's
don't
not
like
not like Broodkeeper at all. It's just whatever's
Yeah.
closest to the void zone.
yeah. You don't actually have to go in an
Yeah.
organized sequence in heroic.
Yeah, it's very logical, isn't it? Like,
Yes,
Yeah,
it's very
but
logical. Yeah.
The third one will be more difficult because it's coming from where the third is, but you're also getting encroached from first and second. So that's where it's going to get tricky.
well, this doesn't start encroaching until the boss does this eat platform on this side. So it doesn't start encroaching until after this third set comes out. I don't know what's the mechanic called here.
Canister suck.
That would make me so happy if it was called canister
Yes, what
suck.
we're calling
Yeah,
it.
it's just
But-
black blood.
Yeah, but the third.
This
the
one, right?
Third, like the room's broken
No.
into thirds. You can see on that picture it has the 3 red dots. That each third doesn't start filling up until she sucks the canister. So basically
Yeah.
you'll do 1/3 and then you'll move to the next one, and it doesn't like once 1/3 of the room fills up, it doesn't continue on.
Exactly.
It only fills
Wall
up
and
that.
stops.
Yeah, it only fills
Oh,
up.
I
Fills
thought
up
it just
here.
Lines on
continued.
the ground. Yeah,
No.
it stays in there.
It stays in here, but you make a good point, right? For like how long will you last? Like if you missed this egg, I don't know where it starts growing from. Maybe it grows from here equally, and then it's from the
corners. And it comes
Okay.
to circle.
Yeah, so let's say you missed this egg, right? You'd wipe really fast. If you missed this egg, you would have the longest time before you died. But eventually, you're on a slow timer of death. Whatever that is, I don't know what the specific timer is. But you literally cannot fuck this mechanic. If one player fucks up this mechanic, especially in like the first one, you're probably just dead. But
In the pineapple game, you could fuck up the egg and still just kill the ad. Like the cast rads, when it gets hit by the void zone, it just casts more. You have to interrupt it more.
Oh, it doesn't explode?
It
Oh,
has
okay.
cast speed and health.
Yeah.
That's if they've been broken out of the egg though.
No,
It's if you look on the dungeon journal, it's the mutated, whatever it's called.
well, it'll probably be a Giga Wipe in Mythic.
In Mythic, probably.
Yeah,
it just
it's-
empowers the ads.
Oh, it just empowers the
Oh,
ads
that's
in
a
heroic and normal. Okay, but you wouldn't be able to hit the ad until it gets hit, so it'd be empowered and then spawn, I assume,
All
right?
right, let it break out from the pool. You heard it.
For science.
All good.
Only if it's the small ones. They'll run at
Rotate, let it go.
200% speed. But that's it. So it can't. This whole fight can't be on hunters and a holy pally and a tank anymore. So yeah, we'll do our best. We'll put down marks, and we'll try our best from there.
You kind of move the boss to where the next cluster of breaking is going to be, right? So it's like wherever the boss happens to be, just clear the eggs that are closest to where the pool's coming from. It's a very self-explanatory fight once you get in there. It's not nearly as complicated as Broodmother.
Well,
what if we just keep wiping?
What if we just can't figure it out?
Well, until only the hunters, the paladin, and the tank get.
Yeah, true. Statistically speaking, it must happen eventually, right?
Yo, how many priests are we running this raid tier, by the way?
One priest.
Okay, that's fine. Because I was like, damn, I might be wasting PI, but now we'll just give it to silver.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Alrighty. Next, we're not the fun boss yet, man. This boss. I hate this boss. This is another suck boss.
Is fucking great.
You like this boss, yeah?
Yeah. I can only imagine how many people are gonna fuck up placing the pools, but
yeah. So
all of us at least once.
The fight overall in Mythic, there's gonna be some fucking dog shit overlaps. You already know that's what this fight's gonna be, but pretty much the fight starts. You'll get a circle on you. Okay, they're not gonna show me the circle.
Oh, those are the circles right there.
Yeah, but they didn't show me. I want to see it on the player. Here we go. You'll get a purpose circle, okay? You're going to spread out and put them. The boss is going to go to one of the marks on the point. You're just going to spread out behind the boss, right? The tank or boss also spawns one, I think.
Well, I mean, we just wait for the weak ore that assigns the store with markers, right?
True.
Yeah. Okay, these will spawn little things. These... Yep, okay, so the tank spawned one too. Great. So you'll see there's one on every point except this point. What these will do is... I don't know if it's after this cast. I guess it would tell me here. Is this the pull? Yeah, the pull. So Nether Rift is a suck. Every one of these has their own suck. And they all suck at once. So if they're all nicely spaced...
Die, by the way.
Yeah, you insta-die.
There's no living.
Yeah. So if they all suck at once, so if they're nicely spaced and you suck, they'll all just counter-suck each other and you won't go anywhere.
The old counter-suck.
But you're like, oh, well, that's really easy. We'll just put it on the marks and it'll be easy. Dodge orbs. Don't ride the waves. But then you get this mechanic. Oop. Then you get the next mechanic. Come back. Here it is. These will target. This is exactly what it looks like. It's a dash, right? And it targets a player. How does it target the player? Probably a debuff. I don't know.
If you're targeted, your line will be red.
Oh, there you go. Yep. If you're targeted, your line will be red. The main thing is this will charge through you to about 10 yards past you. Right? So this guy right here is targeted. This, I don't even know what he is by this one. And it'll charge. Whoop, and it went about 5 to 10 yards past him. Okay? Then it will plant, and guess what? It's going to spawn another suck. So where it gets bad is if all of these end up on one side, you're just going to get giga sucked. And you're going to hope that you can live.
You just want all your lines to almost directly go across from where they were. So, like, it's just another spread.
It's... Fraser and I talked about this. It's really hard to decide what the best thing's going to be. Because...
Like ideally, you'd go right behind the guy, but...
Yeah. Okay, so, like, if you're this hunter and you get picked by this, you're like, great, I'll just point my line the other way, right? But let's say you're not a hunter and you're a shadow priest and you're over here and you get targeted by this. There is no fucking shot you're making it to the other side of this blue mark.
Yeah.
Right? So, what do you do?
Ideally, you stay.
You can't really do the mobile clash thing because not everybody's gonna have movement speed for it.
You stay in the middle, then you roar for everybody. Because if you just stay in the middle, everyone has the same distance to go.
Yeah, you could do that. That's a good play.
You don't have to point it the other way. You just have to go towards your line so it doesn't move very far, right? You don't have to go to the other side of it.
Well, you could go to the other side. It's not bad to go to the other side. Like,
you could just literally stand on top of it.
Yeah, you could stand on top of it. Yeah, because then if everyone just stood like right in front of their line, let's say one notch in, and the boss, boop, then you would just place the boss here and then get sucked equally, right? The balls would just be spawning closer. That's a good strat. That's probably what we'll do. I like that idea.
you stay in the middle and then you just run towards wherever your clone is coming from, and the closer you make it to it, the better. But some classes
don't run
will make it all the way
Playing
out there, and some of them
chicken
will make
with
it.
our thing.
Sorry.
We're playing chicken with our fucking thing.
Yeah.
As far as I heard, by the way, like it's not like it's recoverable if you fuck it up. Apparently, you could even live if it was like 5 on one side and 1 on the other, like of the room. Like you'd have to run away, but you could live. Like
the better you do the mechanic, the more uptime, like casting hitting the boss you have, because you can
but
just
it is recoverable.
Cast.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world, but I mean, we'll know, right, when we get sucked off, and it's like, well, we're dead.
Yeah, we will.
There's a lot of getting sucked off. There's a
Yeah,
lot
there
of
is.
giga sucking.
Yeah, there
raid.
is.
It's where you're fucking sick.
It's true.
So then there's Sylvanas daggers, right? Or whatever you want to. Oh no, those are in the Frock lines are on the next one. These are more Sylvanas daggers. They spawn and they cast in the order they spawn. Does that make sense? So the first set that spawns go off first, then the next one, This one goes off first. This one goes off second, third, and so on. Don't get hit by them.
This reminds me of Armornia lines.
Yep. Dodging balls. And then there's an intermission. Intermission goes to the middle, does a big cast, and I don't know what this is.
Repeat of the phase.
Yes, a repeat of the phase.
Oh, I don't want to know phase. I want to see the intermission.
I don't know if there is an
There is. There is an intermission. It's right here. It's right here. Yeah, so it's Fire Act intermission. So
blazes.
Yeah, so you get blazes, which is so the blaze is the same. We're gonna do the same as Fire Act. Is if you get a blaze, you just get to a safe spot and you plant, right? And you can walk up and down your blaze as much as you want. And other than that, she just spawns 2 pie slices, 2 pie slices, 2 pie slices, 2 pie slices. So you just kind of rotate back and forth.
You always just go back into the first one that spawned.
Right?
Yeah, she won't do the same one twice.
Exactly. So grow roots and walk down your line.
Could you imagine if she could do them random? Holy fuck.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Windrush.
It shouldn't be that bad. It'll be ass for melee for sure, as always. But
smaller surface area to win.
Yeah, I was gonna say
angular momentum.
Doesn't seem too bad.
It shouldn't be too bad. But that's the whole fight.
It was like a Simon Says, where you'd get the pattern and then you have to remember the.
Yeah, I was thinking about it.
You're talking about a Path of Exile boss right now.
You'll usually, from what it looks like, you'll just do what this guy did. Was you just move left like 3 feet,
that's
and
it.
then you just move right 3 feet.
Yeah, definitely don't overthink it, right?
There will be a lot more lines than what we're seeing in the video, because this video only has 10 people in the raid, and we'll have 30.
Well, it has 17.
16.
Okay, well, there will still be more mechanics.
There'll be double the amount of lines. But it shouldn't be too bad. And both groups are super versed in Fire Act lines, so can't escape them ever. Any questions on this one? Just Giga Suck Boss. Try our best. I like to stand in the middle, rotate out with the charge.
Is the pie slice? Oh, go ahead.
The balls mechanic you mentioned briefly.
Spawn from the portals, yeah.
Well, so that the balls are given to the people that get the portal mechanic or get the charge mechanic. So if you get the portal mechanic, you'll get a debuff after the portal appears that'll have like 5 seconds on it. At the end of that, you shoot balls out. So like if you're a melee and you get this portal mechanic, you don't want to immediately run into the boss and start pumping again, because a couple seconds later you're going to shoot balls everywhere.
So yeah, it looks like 8 seconds. That's a good call. I didn't know that. So 8 seconds looks like Black Arrow, right? Or that's what it used to look like.
Yeah, you might be able to go in for a few seconds, but then you need to get back out so you don't shoot balls in people's faces.
Yeah,
The other
right
thing I was gonna say-
here. Bang.
The other thing
And-
with the pie slices in P2, it's only 6.5 million damage on heroic and 8.6 in mythic. So like if you have a strong DR, you can live it, but you also do taking damage the whole phase.
Yeah, it's a healing phase for sure.
Kind of like Rash Shock intermission.
But yeah, make sure we're watching our D-Bus, right? It looks like we say this
Did you
for
see
every
melee with it?
with this. Oh, with
No,
this?
the balls.
Probably.
I'm wondering if you can find out what direction the balls shoot out in.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering if we could see if it was north, south, east, west. But
It's a Dread week aura coming up.
it looks like north, south, east,
looks like it's
west.
just
But
Yeah.
I didn't see any. Did anybody see any melee with it? It looked like all ranged at it, to be honest.
Anyone
all-
can get the.
Yeah,
It depends who gets the mechanic.
portal.
Yeah, you have to get the portal or the charge, and then you'll get it. So
Right.
it's random.
Well, the tank might have one because
They have one boomkin, one mage, one dev, one hunter. I assume that's a boomkin, so no melee got it this time.
I wonder if it's melee.
I got it.
That would be crazy if melee just literally got zero mechanics on this fight.
Great.
Well, it might depend on how many people you have in your raid. If a group chooses.
Yeah. I mean, they have a lot of ranged in their group.
Yeah.
So cool. Questions? If not, we get to go to the most fun fight in there. Well, I don't know. The last boss could be good. I have no fucking idea, but the last boss, 2-target cleave. Bosses share health pool, so you just cleave as much as you can. This boss is going to be really fun. So as for everything, the first phase you'll do one set of mechanics, the second phase you'll do another set of mechanics, and P3 you'll do both phases with both mechanics together. So I guess it's a little council-y. Yeah, SLG-ish or whatever.
Fun, I think.
So no, you lost. No, LMP. Okay. So these things spawn. I think I don't know if players drop these. They must. I'm not quite sure how, but they'll drop these. And what you have to do is, if you played the pineapple game, you and your partner will go together. One partner will touch the middle, and the other one will get linked together. Now you have a chain like you did on Sludge Fist if you played that raid. The way this circle works that you're seeing, this big one, is this is your partner. This is how far you'd have. So it's based on your partner will always be the center, and when you run out of the circle, your line would break. Okay?
This is fucking fire hose lines on the fire boss or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but like a little bit bigger.
No.
So just keep that in mind. So if you have this and you're like, oh, I need to keep this, don't go fucking DH dashing out of there. Okay?
Whoa.
Listen, dude, we all know you guys are fucking...
Yeah, you know what you do.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so green, it looks like green circles, just don't stack green circles. Yeah, pretty simple. Don't stack up. The main mechanic on this one, the boss gets 100 energies. He will charge and he will do a charge. And it puts a big fucking line. You need 4 total players, so 2 sets, to then stretch their sticky line out across the charge line. Okay? Like so. So, just like this. The 2 hunters will be a pair, and then probably the 2 Augs will be a pair. Bang. Boss charges, he trips and falls. I don't even know if he takes a damage increase here. That would be really cool if he did.
I think he does.
Oh, that's cool. And that's P1. These did spawn on players. Don't stand in them, you'll get web dropped up, but then that's it. Okay? Yeah,
but you'll get, as you can see, there'll be more webs than you need to stop. So but they do raid damage when they pop. So you don't want to like all pop at the same time if you're not an assigned boss stopper.
Yeah, you can probably just pop it, but we'll see. We'll see. He's right. We'll see the damage they do.
Yeah.
You failed pineapples because you popped all 3 too fast, didn't you?
I failed pineapples because the boss started doing the charge and the other guy hadn't moved yet. And I was like, oh, I'll just pick this up and I'm sure it'll auto tag to him. And then it was like, you failed.
So our raid group's going to try not to blame the other person really aggressively. But yeah, no, we failed really hard on the pineapple game. By popping too fast.
I don't know what Swansea's adds. Looks like the boss frontal does CC them. Just kill them. Don't get hit by them. I don't care about this impaling thing. I just want to get to the next mechanic of P2. Oh, great. So now we're hitting P2. P2 is this boss is going to TP to the middle. Okay. I'm going to start casting a shield. Very simple. Another pie cone, right? Pie slices. Don't stand in the pie slices and get hit, right? Yep. And they'll pop in the order at which they spawned. So this one popped first, so he's just going to walk here and then Giga DPS. It's got to break the shield. Very simple. When the shield is broken, everyone is going to get... Oh, fuck, I forgot about this phase. Okay, so do we all remember the 9? Hopefully we do. So random people will get this debuff. It's called Stinging Swarm. It has an unlimited timer, and you dispel it. The way this works is I I don't know how many come out.
It's
Maybe it's only 3. I know you need 3.
In Pineapple, it was 3.
And Pineapple is 3. Yeah, I don't know if that's accurate to the fight, but it must be because otherwise it would jump to someone else. When you dispelled, it will jump to the closest target. You need that target to be the boss. The not the guy who does the big charge, the other tall, skinny one. Okay. When the third one is dispelled on top of her, it will then like stun her, interrupt her. Pretty much, it will stop her doing her big mechanic. And that's what you need to time. So technically, the first 2, like let's say we're doing this fight, you didn't want the damage to go on the person. Maybe it does a lot of damage. We don't know yet. A DH has it, right? They dash, dispel, dash, dispel crackers, dash back in. Done. The third one, though, has to hold. It'll always be a ranged player that has to get there last. Other option, you hold it forever, and then like you group in a nice triangle around the boss. You mass dispel, they all go to the boss. Remember the 9 with the debuffs? Yeah.
It's like Tendril dispel P1.
Yeah. So the main thing is you don't want to dispel this on other people or around other people, because then this is what you need to interrupt. Cataclysmic Entropy. So hopefully at this point there's only one left. You'll see they're doing the one where you dispel all 3 at once. They're all going to run over there. This guy's falling asleep. They're going to MD, I think. Yep. And they all went to the boss and interrupts it.
Does the boss get a stacking debuff that lasts forever, or is it
15 seconds? I think.
Yeah, so you kind of have to dispel it all at once, maybe.
Within, I think whenever you dispel
one. Ooh, good question. I'm not sure.
It refreshes the duration whenever you dispel it.
So stack 1, dispel when the player's in position. Stack 2, dispel when the boss teleports to the middle. Stack 3, dispel before the cast finishes. So, not sure. For each stack, the boss takes more damage. It doesn't say if there's a timer on the boss.
10 seconds. 10 seconds. Oh, so the Dungeon Journal says it lasts for 10 seconds
on the boss. Okay.
Yeah. So
okay.
It dissipates after 10 seconds, but it doesn't say if it refreshes if you get another stack.
Yeah, it'll probably refresh would be my guess. Otherwise, it couldn't work like this the way it's described. You would have to.
It does do a raid wide pop whenever you dispel them, so like it might. On Mythic, you probably won't be able to dispel all 3. Maybe it just depends on tuning.
Or you'll do 1 and 2 or something like that.
So you could do.
I mean,
like it might be like a list,
if
kind
it
of
stacks
like
a damage amp on her, you definitely want to spread it out so it lasts as long as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, Keisha's damage taken by 100% for 15 seconds.
Or is that when she's interrupted by Cataclysmic Entropy?
A mass stings from overwhelms a target. Whatever Stinging Delirium.
So that's when you get 3 stacks. So
yeah, so you have to get the 3rd stack when she's getting this casted. If you do it before that, you're just dead. You lose, probably. I assume this is a one-shot. I guess I don't know. But
most likely.
Yeah, you can't screw that up. But you can play this really slow. It's probably healable through. It's probably not a big deal. It looks like they just healed people through it perfectly fine.
On Heroic, it's about 1 million damage per dispel. On Mythic, you get 5 dispels. So like I'm not sure. It doesn't look as tuned at all.
It's more the people with the debuff because they get a stacking damage amp on them.
Yeah.
So this one mechanic here, I don't even know what it's called, but it looks like she'll grab onto everyone and then sucks us all to the middle. When you get sucked to the middle, everyone will have a partner. I don't know if tanks will get a partner. That's a good question. Probably. Maybe not. As soon as this happens, you're pretty much going to spread it and break your chains. Now, Zedubel said that this did raid-wide damage. That was news to me. I didn't think it did raid-wide damage. So, I don't know.
I thought it did. Does it not? It did in the Pineapple game.
Maybe. I thought it only did MCU, but maybe it does do raid-wide damage.
Yeah, Mythic, it'll do it for that last part.
Raid-wide, yeah, I probably will on Mythic. But yeah, so you're either gonna like slowly break melee first, then range. It'll be like Rashok for dispels for breaks, or if it just does damage to you and your partner, you'll just pop a DR and Giga Break, or we just pop a DR and Giga Break anyway. P3 when we get there is this phase. So to get to P3, this is P2 intermission, you do Kurog, right? Except there's no ads, you just spawn circles. You have to kill the big spider in the middle, break his shield. Super simple. Don't stand in the poop. Break the shield, you hit P3, you got to do everything together. So yeah, there'll be dispels and there'll be charges at the same time.
But you're an execute, so
while you're an execute, you'll get pulled, you'll break. Now I think in this phase, yep, that's right. When you get pulled, there will have to be 2 groups to not break when the charge is coming up. Okay?
Oh, it's the same people, right? Hunters and Ogs?
Well, the hunters aren't always going to be linked together. What if it's a hunter and a priest?
Well, then you just like pick a hunter and Og and their partner stays.
Yeah, it'll pretty much be whoever the hunter's partner is, right? That'll probably be the easiest to do. So whoever gets paired with a hunter, you don't break.
Do we know if it phases by health percentage or by time?
That's a good question. I don't know that.
Because it just depends on how close you are, if you want to last phase or not. If it's
you'll get full value.
If it's time-based,
nope. The guide says LMP, so we're LMP.
That's why I'm assuming it's time-based, so you might be able to skip P3 completely.
Yeah, it doesn't state anywhere that it's percent-based, so I'm assuming it's timer-based, but...
Yeah, I didn't do testing this one, so I didn't...
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Check that.
But does anyone have any questions on this one? It's kind of convoluting. So, P1, hunters and Ogs carry this phase with the charges, with holding their spider webs. Intermission... Pie slices spawn, don't stand in them and do damage to the casting ad in the middle. That's P1 intermission. P2, when you get pulled in, you'll break your webs right away and you'll get a debuff. The debuffers will stand on the tall skinny boss and get dispelled while she's doing cataclysmic entropy. P2 intermission, you'll do the Kurok mechanic, kill the big bug in the middle. P3, do it all at once. Hunters, if you're paired with a hunter, do not break. Swarms will always be held the same in P1 or P2. We're just going to have to manage it per player. Any questions? I'm not really going to go much on the last boss. I debated if I wanted to or not. There's already a lot of info here. There is a raid plan. It's all like no one's seen it, so no one really knows how it's going to work out.
You have to wait.
If anybody's raiding tomorrow, I'll be watching it and I'll try and.
But yeah, we'll watch it. We'll put something out, right? All that good stuff. But I started reading this and I was like, "There's no fucking way I'm even going to attempt to look at anything."
It's all conjecture. Like,
exactly.
You could do this, or this, or this.
Yeah, exactly. So.
And in what order?
Yeah. So. Just type this forward. That pineapple game is really good. It takes about 10 or 15 minutes. I really recommend doing it if you haven't. Make sure your sound is on if you're doing it. And other than that, we'll get into it. Both groups will get into it Wednesday. So if you have any questions between now and then, you can always ask in personal channels. Or if you see anything come up that guilds are doing, bring those up as well. And that's it. Other than that, I know there's crafting stuff going on with cauldrons and flasks and stuff. So... if you're an alchemist and you don't plan like me on doing anything with it, you just get it because you want to have flasks last 100% longer or 50% longer or something.
Okay. On top of that, if you are not an alchemist and you don't have extended duration on your flasks, you're gonna have to bring your own flasks to raid. Well, at least 2 of them.
Yeah.
Because we're only dropping 2 cauldrons.
The plan for my group, and I'm not sure if it's the same for Fraser's group or not, is we plan on dropping flasks and pots. At least to start.
Yeah, the first week I'm gonna put down a flask cauldron because I just made it for knowledge and shit.
Same.
I wouldn't expect that to be a permanent thing for.
Yeah, we'll tell people when it's gonna be free, but just come assuming it's not free.
Yeah.
For
do the same for my group as well, because there will be a point when I go, it's too late. I don't want to drop another cauldron because it's going to cost us X amount of gold, and you'll have to have some in pocket. For my group, I don't want to speak on your guys' group. Everyone should be gemmed and enchanted for raid, right? You don't have to be gemmed or enchanted right now, but when raid does come out for that first week, you'll have to start sinking some of that gold you've earned into buying those gems and enchants. There's
so.
Yeah. Sorry. No, go ahead. I was gonna say, if there's anything crazy expensive that's like 100K for a weapon enchant or something,
Yeah, I was gonna say so the enchants right now seem like an average of like 15 to like 20K, if they're still around that price, do you just still want us to get the rank 3, or if they're like half the price of rank 2, do you want us to do that since the gear is going to inevitably get
Buy a WoW token,
replaced
man.
anyways?
Buy a WoW token. Good question. I don't know. Someone would have to tell me more about what enchant is or gem is.
All the rank 3 enchants right now are pretty damn expensive. Like the weapon enchant is 130k for a rank 3.
What else are you going to do with your gold, though?
Yeah, 100%. So like, I told my guys rank
You made,
2
like,
is
a
going to
couple
be
million.
okay.
I feel like
So,
rank
I
2
mean,
is more bang for your
For
buck. I'm
for
gonna be
our
honest.
group at least, we gave you
Yeah.
guys a shit ton of gold for
Yeah,
this reason.
totally
so
different.
spend the fucking gold.
Yeah, so that was the whole point of sales was to.
So do I need to rank through my 590 staff for raid then?
No, I want you to rank 3 whatever weapon you have coming into raid.
Yeah. If that's still your staff, that's great. If you get a Mythic 0 staff that you've upgraded, that's great too. But we're gonna need to do that. So I don't know if there's also enchanters in the guild who have any sort of things to do with that. Maybe that saves. Maybe mats are a little bit cheaper to save some gold. Something we can look into. But we're gonna have to start spending some of the gold because I assume there's no more enchants. So you need 2 ring enchants. Fuck, I already forgot. Boots, but those are probably 8.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, so weapon will be your most, and then your rings will be your next, right? And then you have chest and pants. Pants are probably
really
still
good.
a kit.
Pants
Those are
is really good.
Yeah,
We're
so
putting a new recipe in tomorrow that lets you shatter the blue to make more dust, so dust price should come
thank
down.
God.
Oh, good.
So
Yeah, all right, then that's good. So the enchants
enchanting market
will
should
likely go down.
crash. There's still probably going to be rank 3 will be expensive because it takes concentration on a lot of those, but it should drop quite a bit.
But that'll inevitably go down. Like
yeah, the theory is when you buy your first set of enchants for your worst gear, which is unfortunate, it will be the most expensive. But when you go to re-enchant it, when you get a better piece of gear, it'll probably be cheaper, right? But we've made gold, and our goal was to give it to Raiders so you guys can do whatever you want with it. But in return, what we asked for was you guys to come with enchants, right, and gems. So do that.
Could always rank 2 for normal heroic, and then everyone has to have rank 3 for mythic. Could also play it that way.
Yeah, we'll just rank 3. I think it's safe. Like how much do we think it's going to cost? 300, 400k? I'm not sure if it'll be more
Not
than
even
that.
that much. It's
I don't
less than
know that much. I would say 150k would be a roundabout.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're at 150k.
Right?
Sorry?
So the weapon enchant itself is like 150k right now, right?
Well, the weapon enchant might be.
Depth is 140k right now on the auction house.
What's the rank
3.
2 of that right now?
90k.
Authority.
I'm thinking 72 and a half.
72.
That enchant's expensive because the only way you can get it right now is Preacher's Foot. But next week is going to be really cheap.
It drops from the raid, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it drops from the raid.
The only reason why it's expensive right now is because the only way to get it is you have to buy something with 600 acuity and hope you open it. And it has that in there. That's why it's expensive.
All right, well,
Just
keep
get
it.
one of the secondary stat weapon enchants. Don't get the like. There's the rank like the ones of the rock or whatever it's called is like a rank,
like you have
kind of stonebound ones. Those ones you can get at rank 3 for like a quarter of the cost of your quote unquote BIS rank 3 staff. You know.
Yeah, you got radiant power, fiery resolve. Like those are still a close second to the authority of the depths.
Yeah, so if authority of the depths is crazy and it's going to come down heavily in cost, then yeah, if there's something that's a marginable little bit less, right, in the end, that's definitely fine. I'm willing to bend on that.
Authority of the Storm for 15k, so it's not that bad rank 3, and it's a good DPS upgrade.
Is anyone in the guild like a hardcore enchanter?
Yeah, Homo is.
Homo, but she only did the ring enchant. She spec'd in the ring enchants.
I think she has weapon enchants too. I thought.
She has the healer weapon enchant. She doesn't have the other ones.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm almost like I think I'm 3/4 maxed out in disenchanting, so I can probably start pumping a shitload of stuff if we have like a funnel system of me sending stuff to one or two people.
Speaking of, I
Go on.
I know Brandon's gonna do it. I forgot.
Okay.
Brandon's doing what?
He's doing it.
Okay, so I have a quick question. Sockets for weapons and rings, are these purchased or are these craft or not weapons?
Okay. So it's a drop from the raid, so you can't even do it yet.
Okay, don't care then.
It's a crafted piece, yes.
Okay.
And then ideally, when we get it, the recipe, we're gonna sell that fucking thing, and then just have people craft off whoever we fucking sold it to.
Yeah.
Because it'll be way cheaper to craft it than give it to somebody.
Okay. Done.
Or
and it goes for both groups. So if any group, like if the Mad Lads get it or my group gets it, I'll reach out to the other side and just be like, hey, we got this and we're going to use it for the peeps. So get everyone to send their stuff our way. Okay. Perfect.
Is it duels?
What's up?
I don't know if it costs concentration.
So
it might,
I sent you 48k
for the cauldron.
Yep, to buy the cauldron thing. I'm gonna put in a potion one. I didn't get the core or whatever.
Any other questions before I let you guys go?
Makes by
Corway's alchemist reagent.
That's fine.
Yeah.
You can't.
Just
we'll
let
talk.
me know whatever for that.
We'll talk about that in a sec. Anything else? Any other questions for Raid? Rank 2s for the Mad Lads. Rank 3s for the Team LMP. Go on.
I guess, what do we know, like, timeline-wise, like, going into Mythic?
Like, what's our plan?
Yeah.
Well, there's no Mythic this week, so our plan will just be Heroics until we feel like the bosses are either too hard, and we'll stop. We're going to hold all the tier pieces. We'll go do normal. We'll do those until, well, it's too hard and we stop, or we run out of time on our tier pieces, which we shouldn't because it lasts 4 hours. We'll handle those out.
We should hand out the heroic gear so we can go further in heroic if we hit a wall, you know?
Yeah, we can figure that out. Whatever. However, we'll culminate until we get to a point. Then we'll go to the other side and do it till we get to a point. And then yeah.
What's the point of doing heroic before normal?
Just so you can hand out pieces. I don't know. Why not?
It's literally so the
trade gear.
It's more for the like certain people are gonna get certain gear and shit, right?
Yeah, we have a plan to give out certain pieces of gear for sure. To players, so if it drops first on heroic, we'd want to give it to that player. But opposed to getting on normal, then we give it to it, then it drops again, then the player we wanted to have it can't have it anymore. That's the only reason I can think of you do it. But I've always done heroic first, I think, for a while now at least. So we'll just do that. Keep it simple. Don't think too much about it. And then just hand out gear. For gear, everyone gets a 2-set the first week because we got AOTC the first week, and you can use the little thingy to make your own piece of tier. So you only need 2 more pieces. Make sure you're prepped mentally to know what pieces you need. Right? And all that stuff. If you're slamming shit, I don't want it to be like, oh, well, you gave me the shoulders and the head's a better one, and blah, blah, blah. We'll try and do it all together and consolidate and figure out what's best for the team. But it very well be, you get the helm. The helm isn't the best in slot piece for you, but it gives you your 4-set. So suck it up and deal with it until you get the other piece. I'll make a post so we don't continue going on any longer. Excuse me. I'll make a post in terms of what you should do with your vault for the week after. Pretty much don't do anything until you've clarified that you know what you're doing. It's very possible that you would take a gem socket on the first week. That's not out of the question. So keep that in the back of your mind. That's it. That's all I got for now. Now, if you have questions, ask both groups. But other than that, hope you guys learned a little something. Play that pineapple game again one more time, and then we'll go in and bang Wednesday. All right?
Are we doing extra night for the first week, or?
Not for my group. I can't speak for the Mad Lads.
No, the Mythic week, we might do some shit on Tuesday, but this first week, no.
Yeah. Yeah, for our tier piece set handouts, we're hoping, who knows if this will be true, we can just do heroic normal the first week, hand out the tier, just heroic the second week, and then everyone will have 4-set. Will that happen? Find out next week. But that's our hope.
Moving in at Tuesday as well too, like we have in
Just
the past.
We'll move normal.
Don't fuck up your catalyst. That's
Yeah.
it.
It also might be, depending on how healing feels later on, it might be useful to also funnel some of the ultra rare necks from like the second or third boss, whichever one that is, even on a normal.
Yeah,
level.
so we'll make that decision when we come down to. We'll get people to post sims every week and stuff, and like weigh out how important it is. We'll eventually move the normal to Tuesday and the heroic to Tuesday, and then we're hoping to turn. Well, no, the sales are going to be on the weekend or something now. They're not Tuesday anymore. It'll be whatever Zesty put out a sales thing Thursday, Friday, Saturday, something like that. I can't remember. Or was it Friday, Saturday, Sunday? I can't remember what you put out.
It was Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Wasn't it?
Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So that'll move there, and then when we move that sales, then we can have an alt night or something or whatever. We can figure it out from there. But that's a couple weeks away. So if we don't do normal that second week, then we'll move that to an off night. Obviously, it won't be the Tuesday that week because we're probably just going to save it in case we need it on Wednesday, right? If we don't need it, we can run it a different day, blah, 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 and move it forward from there. But it'll really be a week-by-week decision in terms of when we move things on or off just by looking at how many things we need for the group. But I mean, I guess after the second week, you definitely won't need it because the third week, you're going to have another catalyst, right?
I told... Go ahead.
No, because the first week you get one, second week you don't, third week you do, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah, so Mythic Week you'll have or not Mythic Week, the week after Mythic Week you'll have another catalyst.
As for sales from our group, I know I told the people that we're working with we're going to do normal the second or third week.
Yeah.
Depending on
that sounds about right. Yep.
And then heroic the third or fourth, depending on gear again.
Yeah.
We're not going to continue to do we're not going to continue to do raid like clears of heroic if like people just need random off pieces and bullshit like that. It's only if there's like a really big piece that someone needs.
Yeah. That's our goal. What was someone had a question?
Yeah, do the sales require it be unlocked like your character have the
to be able to drop loot
and stuff?
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure.
Yeah. So keep that in mind if you're going to sign up for that. And you can also gear an alt, right? Not through the sale, but like if you have an alt, then you can always bring your alt. So if you're going to start pugging stuff or whatever to get your alt up, that's an option.
Yeah, for sales, the rules basically are has to be a geared character, unsaved, and absolutely zero loot goes to anybody in the raid except the buyers.
And as for normal on sales, it's not a fuck around drop, right? Especially when it's earlier and maybe more difficult. We don't want to look dumb to our new sales community that's SD found for us. So be prepared, come in. You're expecting to be blasting. You'll expect to be geared, enchanted, blah, 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 right? You're going to get a payout. Hopefully it's a payout that's actually worth some gold that you can do towards whatever you want. So, okay. All right. That's all I got. Now, any more questions, you can bring it to your officers and your personal channels or whatever, and they'll answer it there. But you guys are good for the night, and we'll see you guys Wednesday.
You want to have healers hang around?
Yes, I do want to talk to healers real quick before you go, so don't